When we talk about the earliest chapters of ancient Indian history, one name consistently stands out: the Indus Valley Civilization. Flourishing over 4,000 years ago, it stands alongside Mesopotamia and Egypt as one of the oldest civilizations in the world. Its urban hubs, especially Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro, were advanced cities that rose in the fertile floodplains of the Indus River and its tributaries. For anyone looking to understand the ancient roots of India, discovering the secrets of the Indus Valley world is an essential first step. These early cities represent the cradle of civilization in the Indian subcontinent, where sophisticated urban planning and well-organized social structures laid a foundation for countless generations to come. Today, archaeologists and historians continue to sift through the remains of these remarkable sites, striving to understand how these ancient people lived, traded, and governed themselves, and why this once thriving culture eventually declined. The key to understanding the Indus Valley Civilization lies in its geography. The Indus River and its tributaries provided rich alluvial soil and a stable water supply, essential for abundant agriculture. Wheat, barley, peas, and other crops thrived along these riverbanks, ensuring food surpluses that freed many inhabitants from farming duties. With their basic needs met, some could specialize as artisans, traders, scribes, or administrators. This specialization sparked the growth of true cities, each carefully planned to serve both practical and communal purposes. The urban planning of Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro is truly astonishing. Streets were laid out in a grid-like pattern, making navigation efficient and logical. Houses were built from standardized baked bricks, ensuring uniformity and structural integrity. Remarkably, both cities featured advanced drainage systems, with covered drains running beneath the streets. Wells, bathing areas, and even private bathrooms in some homes highlight an incredible emphasis on hygiene, an urban planning feat not commonly seen in other ancient civilizations of the same era. One of the most iconic features of Mohenjo-Daro is the Great Bath, a massive, brick-lined pool measuring roughly 12 by 7 meters, meticulously sealed with bitumen to keep water from seeping out. This structure suggests communal activities, possibly related to religious rituals or social gatherings. While we can't say for certain whether these activities were spiritual cleansings or community ceremonies, it's clear that the people of the Indus Valley held communal life in high regard. Their urban environment catered to both the mundane requirements of daily life and the more profound needs of shared identity and tradition. Beyond their impressive cityscapes, the Indus people were active traders, establishing extensive trade networks with distant lands. Archaeologists have uncovered Indus Valley seals in regions that correspond to ancient Mesopotamia, providing evidence that merchants navigated long-distance trade routes carrying cotton textiles, beads, metals, and possibly spices. These interactions didn't just move goods, they also exchanged ideas, fostering a cosmopolitan atmosphere in which the Indus people could learn from their neighbors. Such extensive trade connections placed the Indus Valley Civilization at a cultural crossroads, linking it to the broader tapestry of ancient civilizations across Asia and the Middle East. One of the greatest enigmas that still captivates historians and linguists alike is the Indus Script. This undeciphered writing system, found on countless seals and pottery shards, may have recorded everything from trade transactions and property ownership to religious rites and genealogies. Without a key similar to the Rosetta Stone, researchers have struggled to decode its meaning. The inability to read the Indus script leaves us guessing about their political systems, their gods, or their myths, vital pieces of the puzzle that would deepen our understanding of who these people were and what they believed. Despite these mysteries, we can glean some insights about the social structure and religious practices. The relative uniformity of city layouts and house sizes suggests that power might have been more evenly distributed than in contemporaneous cultures that built towering temples and monumental tombs. This absence of grandiose royal palaces or extravagant temples hints at a more balanced social order, with no single ruler or priestly class overshadowing the society. Religious life might have revolved around local shrines, nature worship, or fertility cults, as suggested by terracotta figurines and the recurring animal motifs found on seals. So, what caused the decline of the Indus Valley Civilization? Around 1900 BCE, these urban centers began to wane. Some scholars point to environmental shifts, changes in monsoon patterns or the drying up of rivers like the Saraswati as a prime factor. Without stable water sources, agriculture would have faltered, forcing people to migrate in search of more fertile lands. Others propose resource depletion, shifts in trade routes, or even tectonic activity leading to earthquakes and floods. Likely, it was a combination of environmental stress and economic challenges that made maintaining large urban centers unsustainable. As the urban fabric unraveled, people gradually dispersed eastward, eventually contributing to the cultural milieu that gave rise to the Vedic period and other subsequent phases of ancient Indian civilization. Although the Indus Valley Civilization faded over time, its achievements lived on indirectly, influencing agricultural practices, settlement patterns, and possibly even spiritual concepts that would shape future cultures on the subcontinent. Today, standing amid the dusty remnants of Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro, we encounter a civilization that was remarkably forward-thinking for its time. Their focus on cleanliness, standardization, and communal well-being still resonates. The Indus Valley's integrated city planning and extensive trade links show us that complex cosmopolitan societies existed long before many of the classic empires we commonly learn about. As we continue our journey through India's past, from the Indus Valley Civilization to the Vedic era, from the Mauryan and Gupta empires to medieval and modern India, this early chapter reminds us of the subcontinent's deep roots in innovation and cultural exchange. By understanding these ancient origins, we gain a richer perspective on the layered identity of modern South Asia, a region shaped by millennia of movement, interaction, adaptation, and growth. For anyone interested in the ancient history of India, the Indus Valley Civilization offers a window into a time when humanity's urban experiment was just beginning, and the world was learning what it meant to build something lasting along the banks of a fertile river. This story is not just about bricks and drains. It's about how geography, trade, environment, and human ingenuity came together to forge one of the greatest early civilizations on Earth.